How you doing? It's a little hot, but it's graduation, so we can get through it, right? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 162nd Commencement Ceremony of Lincoln University. We are very pleased that you are able to gather on our campus and to come and share in this very special and joyous occasion. In honor of the occasion, we ask that you please observe it with some dignity. Thank you. Reverend Frederick T. Faison, Associate Vice President for Student Success, Health and Wellness, and University Chaplain, will offer the invocation.
And may we be together with God and with one another as we give thanks. This is the day that the Lord hath made. We are rejoicing and we are glad in it. Gracious God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this 167th day of Lincoln University, founded in 1854 and has still been a North Star. We thank you for the blessing to realize that we can get through anything if we believe. We thank you for this graduating class with village victory. Mother and father and cousin and friend, a community yet comes together. And we know that we have never been socially distant because we've zoomed in and we've availed ourselves to faith that has brought us thus far. We thank you that you are our light and our salvation. We thank you that you have helped us to overcome. We thank you that we know the power of prayer and perseverance and pressing on. And so, God, receive our praise. We unmask our praise today. And we say, thank you, God, for this is the day the Lord has made. We are rejoicing and glad in it. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Faison. We'll say amen to that. To the graduates seated before me, and for those watching online, I want to say congratulations on your accomplishments. You persevered and made a commitment to finish your journey. You began 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years ago. For the graduate students, I'm sure it wasn't that long, but no matter how long it has taken you to get to the seat, you are here because you have finished the requirements and are able to receive your higher education degree. We congratulate you. The class of 2021, yes, congratulate them. The class of 2021 has experienced a lot of change while matriculating at Lincoln. I know that I myself have implemented several changes during your time. Many of you were involved on planning committees and steering committees throughout the process to implement those changes. It is my hope that many, if not all of those changes, enhanced your educational experience. And I will forever think of the class of 2021 as my first class as president of Lincoln University. You all are very special to me. You've been through 4 years here with me. I appreciate everything that you all have done to help to move us forward, and we will forever be bonded by that legacy. More recently, you all experienced changes and challenges during your spring 2020 semester. Not just challenges that changed the way we all experienced everyday life, but changes that impacted your Lincoln University experience. We know it was not easy for any of us, but we realized that it was especially challenging for our students trying to successfully complete their education while facing uncharted territory. I know that all of us, faculty, administrators, staff, and family members, applaud the fact that you faced and overcame the challenges experienced during the last 3 semesters of your journey at Lincoln and have earned your place before us today for the official public conferral of your degrees. I want to take this opportunity to say publicly just how proud I am of all of you for stepping up and applying yourself to achieve this very significant milestone in your life's journey. Once again, congratulations. I would now like to make some special recognitions. Please stand to be recognized when I call your name or your group. The Lincoln University Board of Trustees, the President's Cabinet, our amazing class of honorary degree recipients, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson, Ms. Gloria Carter, Percy Master P. Miller, and Dr. Charles V. Hamilton. Welcome to the Lincoln family. If there are any elected officials with us, could you please stand to be recognized? I think they left us alone today. Lincoln University faculty, please stand and be recognized. We appreciate you. We've been through a lot together. Thank you for being here to support this amazing class of students. I would also like to recognize 6 Lincoln University faculty members who are retiring at the end of this academic year. If you are present, please stand when I call your name. Dr. Chickwam, Distinguished Professor of Microbiology and Immunology, Department of Biology, 26 years of service. Dr. Anthony D. Filippo, PhD, Professor of Sociology, Department of Sociology and Criminal Justice, 37 years of service to Lincoln. Dr. Z, who is just a legend, Professor of Human Services, Department of Counseling and Human Services, School of Adult and Continuing Education, 43 years of service to Lincoln University. Dr. Robert Langley, Professor of Chemistry, Department of Chemistry and Physics, 36 years, and a Lincoln alum who's celebrating a year late his 40th reunion from the class of 1980. We love you, Dr. Langley, and we wish you well in your retirement. Dr. Mazou, PhD, Professor of French and Arabic, Department of Languages and Literature, 28 years of service. And Dr. Sally Masilovich, Professor, Department of Health Sciences, 31 years of service. We appreciate you all. Thank you. You know you're always in the Lincoln family. We look forward to inviting you back to each and everything, and you know that if you're in the family, we still gonna call on you if we need your help. So thank you so much. If there are Lincoln University and alumni, please stand and be recognized. There we go. And at this moment, before we forget, we want the family members of the class of 2020 to please stand and let us recognize you. Thank you all for entrusting your sons and daughters, granddaughters, mentees, all of the precious people that we have today in our care. We appreciate you, and we definitely appreciate the support you've given them over the last 18 months or so. And now, the reason we are all here today, will the members, oh, and that should have been the family of the class of 2021, but that's okay. Will the members of the class of 2021 please stand so that we can recognize you all? At this time, I would like to give recognition and to selected members of the class of 2021. I ask that those present please stand as I read your name. Christopher Bond Mentor, Sociology major, my hometown, Newark, New Jersey. Growing up, the oldest of 4 children of teenage parents, Christopher did not let that impede his journey. Over the past year, he and his girlfriend were certified to drive tractor-trailers so he can launch his own logistics company. Christopher says that graduate school is definitely a future possibility, but right now he has to focus on being a good dad to his new baby girl, who is expected on May 21st. Congratulations, Christopher. And I hope I'm saying this right, Danye Brown, graduating cum laude. Biology major, Black Studies minor, Randallstown, Maryland. Danye's high school GPA and exceptional performance on the SAT earned her full scholarship to Lincoln University. Last summer, she participated in the University of Michigan College of Pharmacy's Pharmacy Scholars Program. This fall, she is going home to pursue her doctorate degree in pharmacy at the University of Maryland School of Pharmacy in Baltimore, which is ranked 14th nationwide. Congratulations. Is Jada Williams, also graduating cum laude. Human Services major, another Jersey girl, Jersey City, New Jersey. Jada says that moving away to Lincoln has helped her heal in a way that she could never imagine. Jada was speaking of her past experiences of sexual violence that had left her in a really dark and low place. Of her Lincoln experience, Jada says, "I have become the woman I never imagined I would become." This fall, she will be attending Boston College on a Dean's Fellowship to pursue a master's degree in their College of Global Social Work. Congratulations, Jada. And finally, Dimitri Yarby, summa cum laude, finance major, Washington, D.C. Dimitri was determined that he would not become a victim of homelessness endured during times by his family during both his high school and his college years at Lincoln. After a successful internship with J.P. Morgan Chase & Company in Newark, Delaware, last summer in July, Dimitri is going to go out and get me some money because he's going to become a global finance and business management analyst for the firm. Congratulations, and he is our reigning Mr. Lincoln University. Proud of you all. Please join me in congratulating those and the rest of these graduates. It's just been an amazing 4 years, and I'm just highlighting 4 or 5 of some of the exceptional things that our students are going on to do. And now, if you'll please join me in welcoming the chair of the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, Teresa R. Braswell, a proud graduate of the class of 1984. Chair Lady Braswell will complete her final term as chair of the board on June 30 of this year. Chair Lady Braswell.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. Great afternoon, class of 2021. What time is it? And it's also time to get re-energized. LU? All right, y'all are with me. Congratulations, 2021, on having accomplished one of the most important accomplishments in your lifetime, and that is earning a college degree from the first degree granting institution, Lincoln University. You are survivors indeed, having defeated the invisible, unknown enemy called COVID-19. Give yourselves a hand. As a proud alumna and chairlady of this great institution, I'm very proud of all of you. Your accomplishments have stretched through the finish line. Please continue to plan, prosper, and grow. Class of 2021, whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you have come. Remember everything that you faced, all the battles that you have won, and the fears that you have overcome. So I say to you, do not give in to fear. Continue to define your own unique path. You and you alone are the only person who can live the life that only you were meant to live. Your story, write your own story. The world needs you. The world needs your voice, each and every one of you. So continue to believe in yourselves, follow your passion and your purpose, stay true to yourself, and follow your own path. And finally, be more concerned about how you feel about yourself than how others feel about you. Realizing that there's power in prestige and self-esteem. You have learned over the past 4 years, you have been liberated by now being a college-educated person. So now, I want you to go out and lead. Head up, chest out, shoulders squared. Lead with resilience and focus. And most importantly, be unapologetic. Hail, hail, Lincoln!
Thank you, Chair Lady Braswell. Hail, hail. All right. Would everyone please stand as the concert choir, accompanied by Tony Caldwell Hall on piano, leads us in the singing of Lift Every Voice and Sing. Following the anthem, we will have another selection from the choir, Cry Out and Shout, under the direction of Dr. Camilla Horn, Director of Choral Activities. Please give your attention to the jumbo screens. Okay, so let's give a round of applause for the choir. Like everyone, they've been mostly remote, but Dr. Horn and the rest of the faculty over in the music department have found a way to keep our choirs together, singing and performing, and so we are really very grateful for her and the rest of the staff for making sure that we had music at this commencement. It is my honor now to invite to the podium Dr. Dees, Senior Class Dean, who will introduce the valedictorians, with an S, for the class of 2021. Not one.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, class of 2021 graduates, friends, and family. I am humbled to stand before you today to introduce our 6 valedictorians. During one of the most difficult years we have faced as a society, during a global pandemic, these 6 graduates exemplify how discipline, focus, and hard work pay off. Each of these students finished their 4 years at Lincoln with a cumulative GPA of a 4.0. This group of 6 valedictorians shows us that excellence at Lincoln University has no bounds. These students are from the humanities, the social sciences, and STEM. They are from the United States and abroad. What unites them is an enthusiasm for learning, an intellectual curiosity in their fields, and a commitment to academic excellence. Friends, family, and classmates, please join me in celebrating the 2021 valedictorians. Valedictorians, as I call your names, please stand. From Bergenville, New Jersey, with a BA in Philosophy and Mass Communications, Sonia Janelle Caton. From Newark, New Jersey, with a BA in Political Science, Renee Kiana Halsey. From Philadelphia, sorry, I lost my place there. From Lancaster, PA, with a BA in Human Services, Walkira Enriquez Moreno. From Philadelphia, PA, with a BA in Political Science and Spanish, Chinwe Ihedrica. From Imani Koji, Nigeria, with a BS in Computer Science and Mathematics, Daniel Ola Olua Olosaskin. And finally, but not least, from Islo, Nigeria, with a BS in Computer Science and Mathematics, Ineko Joe Shayabo. Okay, and the valedictorians can come to the stage. So they'll be speaking for themselves, and I look very much forward to what they're going to say. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I am so happy to stand here with my peers today. I'd like to say a brief thank you to everyone here. Thank you to the faculty for challenging me and encouraging me to work hard. Dr. Kwame and Dr. Flint helped provide me with a well-rounded philosophy for how to live my life. Professor Haywood and Professor Owens taught me effective communication skills. Thank you to all my classmates for helping to make this an amazing experience for me. Thank you to the parents for supporting us financially and emotionally throughout this journey. I love you, Mom and Dad. Congratulations, class of 2021, we did it. But before we did it, I was stumbling through Wright Hall, ignoring beautiful chocolate faces. I was on a path full of plans, a path to my grave. That's how society taught me to behave. Dark black girl from a light white town, prove yourself, be the best, earn the most. Money was the only thing I craved. I was a living agenda. Some of my study sessions consisted of me rewriting and reciting notes, pages and pages of notes, over 50 times until I knew them all by memory, line by line. Happiness was nothing but a concept. But one day, I looked up and out of pure luck, met someone that snuck some happiness into my life. Beautiful chocolate faces who were born to make important strides and paces. Taught me how to stop and have some fun. Taught me that life had only just begun. I had to become valedictorian to learn that my greatest accomplishment at Lincoln University was learning to enjoy life. I was lost and drowning in the idea that being the best was the only thing that mattered. I stepped outside of my routine for the first time and found myself happy. Class of 2021, I hope you find your happiness as well. Life is not only about accomplishments, life is an adventure. Have fun. Thank you, Lincoln University, for teaching me how to live a little.
Good morning to you all. Each and every one of the 2021 graduates present here and celebrating commencement from home with us should feel extremely proud of the hard work we all have put in and the sacrifices each and every one of us have made in order to achieve this incredible feat. As a first-generation college student from Newark, New Jersey, this is more than a dream come true for me. On my first full day on campus, which was during freshman week, one of the speakers asked the class of 2021, what does legacy mean to you? It was the first time anyone had ever asked me that, and definitely the first time I had ever begun thinking about how mine and all of our accolades have the power to redefine what it means to be a Halsey, a Smith, or a member of any one of our families. The degrees we are earning today are creating new opportunities and more resourceful paths of life for the generations to come in each of our families. I asked the class of 2021 to think about the people who have always stood by our sides and have also made sacrifices to help us be here today. I am extremely grateful for my grandmother for instilling the significance of education in my life and always being the biggest support system I ever had. I thank my nanny, which is my maternal grandmother, for exhibiting the strength and freedom that comes with truly being who you are. I am grateful for my mother for always encouraging me to prevail over any obstacle thrown my way, and my father for being one of the most intellectual, devoted, and resilient people I know. Lastly, I would like to thank Lincoln for showing me that victory really means persisting in achieving any and all of my goals, no matter the duplicity or trials, as long as God continues blessing me with the opportunity to do so. I pray that all of you know that triumphs like these will continue opening doors for us and our families. Thank you.
God is good, and won't He do it? As I stand here today before you, 2 months before my 40th birthday, yes, I said my age, I wonder, how did I get here? Never did I think that one day I would be valedictorian of anything, since this Latina from Bronx, New York, was a high school dropout and did not make it past a month into the 9th grade. As a SACE student, wife, mother of 4, and full-time worker, I was able to finish my BA. I was able to finish my BA in Human Services and Spanish, coming in with 0 credits and ending with 130 in 2 years. My drive came from wanting to finish as quickly as possible so that my parents could be here to be present on this day. Although my mom is here, I did lose my dad a week ago. It's been a rather emotional time, but I find solace in knowing that my dad did see me in my regalia and he knew that, in fact, I did graduate. To the graduating class of 2021, your hard work and dedication has led you here today, but let us not forget those who helped make it possible. Thank you, God, for your strength. Ray, I know you're out there and you're listening. I had to give a shout out to my friend Ray. Because of him and his brilliant idea, it was possible for me to be here today. He said, let's go to school, and I went. To all my new friends at Lincoln, whose encouraging words were always the same during midterms and finals, you got this. Thank you to my awesome mom, husband, kids, family, and close friends for their unwavering support. Thank you to everyone at SACE, Janice and Tina, you're the best. And to my dad, I want to say, bizcocho de boda. In translation, wedding cake, because that's what he would say to anything that was beautifully done. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. It feels so surreal to be here now at the end of my 4-year journey at Lincoln. So much has been going through my mind over the past few days, and when I sat down to reflect upon my life in the Lincoln community in preparation for this speech, I felt an overwhelming sensation of gratitude for all the opportunities my life has afforded me. I am one Ihedrika out of a long line of many Ihedrikas to go through Lincoln, and the last of my 4 siblings. But this is a university that is not only central to my life and my trajectory, but an institution that has touched most of my closest family members. So, listing the values that my parents have instilled in me, I wonder how many of those lessons were inspired by Lincoln faculty and alumni who led and lead extraordinary lives. I want to say thank you for all the mentors and friends I've met here who have influenced me to be my best. To God, who gives me strength, my parents who love me, and my siblings for their endless support, my professors for their wisdom, and all my classmates for inspiring me, thank you all so much. My number one takeaway from the past 4 years is to take one step away from my comfort zone whenever it's possible. I started my undergraduate career as a timid young woman, but the curiosity to know more and the determination to do more drove me to make my time at Lincoln as special as possible. I pushed myself to accept challenges instead of cowering away from them. Taking a second major, going abroad to study at the University of Belgrano in Argentina, teaching English to children overseas, learning new languages every year at Lincoln, and working during my last semester are things that I never anticipated doing and experiences that wildly exceeded any of my expectations. All of these things are thanks to Lincoln University. I congratulate my peers and hope that we all take the extra nurturing we received at this illustrious HBCU and transfer that into confidence. We will elevate one another and showcase our people to the world in amazing ways, never settling for mediocrity. To God be all the glory for his blessings and guidance these 4 years, and to my dear class of 2021, always remember we can be everything we decide to be. We did it, guys. Congratulations.
Good morning, class of 2021. Before I begin, first I would like to thank God, because without God, none of this would be possible. My name is Daniel Olushakin, and I'm, as you can see, one of your 6 co-valedictorians. And it's my honor to be speaking to all of you today. Again, I'd like to say congratulations to us, class of 2021. We made it. This is a monumental moment that we've been waiting for all these years. This is what we endured: sleepless nights, scorching hot dorms, 3 a.m. fire alarms, and cafeteria food to celebrate. And thank you to the faculty, staff, and administration for all your support on the way here. Knowing all of us, it was a pretty difficult journey for you too. I must say, even though it's truly an honor to be here speaking to you, the greatest honor was to live, learn, and grow amongst all of you these past years. I started my journey here at Lincoln University in 2017 as an international student from Nigeria. At the time, the only thing that I knew about Lincoln was its legacy for producing world leaders, such as the first president of my home country, Nnamdi Azikiwe, also known as Zik. Now, one word comes to mind when I think about Lincoln, and that's home. And no, not just because it was my delivery address for the last few years, but because of all of you here today. It took me 3.5 years and counting, and a plane ride back here to give deep thought to our chant, Lincoln Pride. On one hand, there's being proud of being a part of Lincoln's legacy, but on the other hand, it's about being part of this amazing community, a true Lion's pride. Like many others, when I first stepped here at Lincoln for the first time, I felt a great uncertainty for what lay ahead. Some of us here had left everything and everyone that we knew and grew up with. But by the second week, I knew about everybody's name on my wing of Freddie D. Right? Our journey here might have started in uncertainty, but over the last few years, we have journeyed together. And today, we can stand or sit together, feel the conviction that Lincoln has built us up in so many ways. Moving forward, I would like us to remember the things that we found at Lincoln. It might have been a home, like me. It might have been a family, friends, brothers, sisters. It might have been a mentor, or a new goal, a passion, or a purpose. And finally, to my fellow graduates, I want to recognize and celebrate the heroes that we all are. Along the way, we have inspired and uplifted one another, especially so in these great times, these times of great uncertainty. Some of us have lost someone or something dear to us over the last few years. But despite all the pain and hurt, we are here today. And when you stare into the uncertainty that the future holds, I want you to look around to those seated around you, to those seated in the bleachers behind us, our friends and family who are here to support us, to the faculty and staff who've been with us along the way. We might have just have concluded one journey, but another one awaits us tomorrow. And let us embark on this journey together. And I pray to God that we all be successful. Thank you for everything, class of 2021, and congratulations.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Unikwojo Shaibu, and once again, congratulations to the trailblazing class of 2021 on your graduation. I am honored to receive this recognition as one of the trailblazing class of 2021's valedictorians. First of all, I'm thankful to God because He was my life throughout my journey here at Lincoln University. I'm also thankful to my wonderful family and my friends, my mom, my sister, her husband, Daniel, my best friend, who's also the co-valedictorian. I'm also thankful to the university for the faculty and staff, especially in recognizing my efforts. Once again, thank you very much. Class of 2021, your efforts, together with the support from the faculty and staff at Lincoln University, have made you true lions and prospects for positive impact in our society today. You see, if there was ever any test that could prove that we could make an impact in society today, it was the pandemic. You see, through the pandemic, we traveled through paths of racial turmoil and fatalities unlike any other. Some lost their homes, some lost their loved ones, others their jobs. But one thing we gained was we gained strength. We gained fortitude. We mourned with those who lost, and we became closer to our family members. We discovered our weaknesses. We discovered that we needed each other. I remember my first time working into Lincoln University. I'm an international student from Nigeria, and then the cultural differences was just overwhelming, all right? It was daunting. But I realized that we actually had more in common than we actually had different. I realized that we all didn't like waking up for FYE in the morning. I realized that we loved fried chicken Wednesdays. We all had that one assignment. We turned in at 11:59. And we all had difficult math classes. But you see, it was the hard and the comforting times here at Lincoln University that made us who we are. It wasn't just the hard times, no. It was the comforting and encouraging times, the times where we had to cry, the times where we had to sob for one another. You see, some of the times, one of the main things I realized is that sometimes we're very successful, right? We're not mediocre people. Some people could get an F in the class but have successful businesses. Others could get 100 in the test and be confused about their majors. They saw a trailblazing fire in us. So let's continue to be the trailblazing class of 2021. Let's look to God and build with Him. It all starts with the small steps. It's not always about the big businesses. It's what you have, the small thing that you have, the small knowledge. Build and scale from there. Do everything with enthusiasm. Do everything with passion, right? Do everything with love. And never forget to be a servant. Never forget to serve other people. Don't always look for other people to serve you, but serve them. It's how true kings and queens are actually made. Lincoln has given us the tools to lead by example, to learn with humility, and to succumb to love, because that's what truly liberates us. So as a result, let's build together. As you know, this is not the end of the class of 2021. It's the beginning after the end. I don't hope to see you at the top. I hope to climb up with you. So let's go and be trailblazing lions. Thank you.
My goodness. First I thought 6 valedictorians, but if I've ever in my life heard 6 of the most inspiring stories and words, I just want to say thank you. We're very proud of each of you, very impressed by your story, your humility, and your charge to your fellow classmates. The entire Lincoln University community congratulates you on your accomplishments and for being young men and women who conduct yourself with such honor and such dignity. We are truly proud of you and just look forward to great things from you in the future. And now another group that continues to make us proud, ladies and gentlemen. Again, please direct your attention to the jumbo screen so that we can, again, be blessed with another song by the concert choir led by soloist Mr. Irvin under the direction of Dr. Camilla Horn as they perform We Shall Overcome.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart,
As always, I'm amazed by our choir, but when you can put something together like that with people all over the world and have that kind of sound come through, we are just really, again, very grateful for our music staff. Such a great transition to our commencement speaker, though. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Nairi Galvez, President of the 2020-2021 Student Government Association, who will introduce Dr. Michael Eric Dyson.
Good morning, everyone. Trustees, honored guests, members of the faculty, staff, and administration. And a special warm welcome to our distinguished graduates, family, and friends. I am Niari Annette Galvez, the Student Government Association President for the 2020-2021 school year. And today, I have the honor to introduce the commencement speaker at the first degree-granting HBCU. Before I have him come to the stage, I want to tell you a little bit about how being at the first has allowed me to experience and leave a legacy of many of my own firsts. After today, I'll be the first person in my family to graduate from an HBCU. Thank you. I'm the first person from Lincoln University who has gotten accepted and will attend Columbia through their HBCU Fellows Program with the full academic scholarship. I also have had the privilege to become a member of the first Black Greek sorority on campus, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, the most elegant and noble Epsilon Nu chapter. Through these firsts, I've had the opportunity to really value what it means to be a trailblazer. This is what embodies the class of 2021. You all are trailblazers in your own regard. The first of your family, the first of your friends, the first of your cities, and many more. I just want to applaud you all right now for all the firsts and the many firsts you will continue to accomplish. You all have just been so grateful. Well, I've been so grateful for you all my whole entire time at Lincoln University. From my board to Dr. Allen to everyone that's just been here, you all are wonderful. Now, as I bring the commencement speaker to the stage, I want to highlight the trailblazer that is Michael Eric Dyson. Michael Eric Dyson is one of America's premier public intellectuals. He's the author of 24 books. He's one of the nation's most renowned professors, writers, preachers, lecturers, and media personalities. Dyson, who earned his PhD in religion at Princeton University, has taught at some of the nation's most distinguished universities like Brown, UNC Chapel Hill, Columbia, DePaul, and Georgetown, just to name a few. He is presently the NEH Centennial Chair, Distinguished University Professor of African American and Diaspora Studies, College of Arts and Science, and Distinguished University Professor for Ethics and Society, the Divinity School at Vanderbilt. Help me in welcoming Mr. Michael Eric Dyson.
Thank you so kindly, Ms. Niare Galvez, for that wonderful introduction to President Allen, one of the greatest presidents of any college or university in the world. I know y'all blessed, but she's a tremendous blessing. And like they say, when you get on the plane, you could have come with anybody, but I'm glad you came with us this morning. She could be anywhere in the world doing what she wants to do, but she's right here at Lincoln doing her thing and helping y'all do yours. So what an honor it is to be here with my dear, dear friend, President Allen. I've seen her over many institutions, and she has maintained her intellectual acuity, her spiritual devotion, and her commitment to her people, and y'all ought to give her a round of applause up in here. To all of the distinguished members of the faculty, to the board members, to you, my brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, mamas, baby mamas, daddies, and everybody else, and the class of 2021. And I want to thank my fellow degree recipients, Dr. Charles Hamilton, one of the greatest scholars and intellectuals in the history of this nation, not only in the classroom, but writing along with Stokely Carmichael, as he was then known, the classic text, Black Power, that redefined for us what it meant to be a black person in America struggling for opportunity and space. And of course, Mr. Percy Miller, one of the coldest, most gifted rhyme spitters. Y'all, I know y'all stuck on that mumble rap. The problem comes, hot travel, pit travel, set travel, everything we talk about. Y'all say whatever. Know what I'm saying? No. No, I really don't. I've been black all my life. I don't know what you're saying. But he was talking about Bob Dole and getting at him. He was getting at David Duke back in the day. And he said, y'all still trying to get us for cocaine. I don't know no plane. I don't know no boat. I don't ship no dope from coast to coast. Master P up in the place this morning. And my dear, dear friend, I'm gonna start calling her Dr. Gloria, right? One of the greatest women in the country today. Admittedly, she is the mother of one of my dearest friends, but she is also my dear friend, an extraordinary woman committed to education for young people and providing opportunities, rising up from where she came. Because her son says, I was conceived by Gloria Carter and Agnes Reeves, who made love under a sycamore tree, which makes me a sicker MC than she would claim. At 10 pounds when I was born, I gave her no pain. And yet, she has taken that legacy. Without her, wouldn't be no him. Without Gloria Carter, wouldn't be no Sean Carter. And I know y'all young, but you know who Sean Carter is. When the rim is in the system, ain't no telling if I love him or I diss him. That's what they be yelling, I'm a pimp by blood. Well, anyway, I'm just saying, in case y'all forgot, and just in case y'all done forgot what it is, this woman right here is peerless as a progenitor and as a committed figure to higher education in this country for many who would never have that opportunity. Give all of them a round of applause. Now, I know it's hot out there, but it's cool up here, so I'm good. I see my man, Dr. Carter. I got to tell you, Dr. Gloria, my man, Dr. James Peterson is out here, and Dr. Belinda Peterson. That's a 2 PhD household. That's so cold. With their children, LJ just graduated from Penn, and Brianna at Drexel, but they're glad to be here at the historically college and university, historically #1 first degree granting, Lincoln University. I want them to stand so you can check them out. Back here, y'all stand up. That's the bad people back there. Dr. Gloria, he helped me with my Jay-Z book, so you can give him some love later on, especially on the lyrics. He was breaking them down. Now, I'm a Baptist preacher. I usually speak for 4 hours. Boy, you must be at a black school. Take your time, preacher. No, we ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna give y'all a break today. I'm only gonna speak for 3 hours and 59 minutes. I know it's hot out there. but it's hotter in America for people without resource. Your hotness will be relieved very soon, but they live in hell because of unrelieved agony and unstinted trauma. Today, what I want to do is reflect very briefly on the subject, what a Lincoln graduate does. And I want to basically talk about what some Lincoln graduates done. I know y'all know that's grammatically infelicitous. And yet I will take leave of the King's English to the Queen's taste this morning and delve deeply into African American vernacular English, better known as Ebonics. Because I don't care how many degrees you got. The people who produce you who couldn't speak as well as you do, but they knew a God and how to pray to that God, and they knew love for black people. So I want to talk about what Lincoln graduates have done to remind you of what y'all can do. The first one is Thurgood Marshall. You know, Thurgood was a great man. He used jurisprudence and legal theory to change America. He used his acute sense of justice, which was premised upon not only studying logic and reason and rhetoric in school at Lincoln University, but also going on to law school to be able to use the law in defense of vulnerable people. And as a lawyer, and then as a judge, he changed America. And he changed it for the better, because that's what Lincoln graduates can do, affect change in a positive sense in a world that needs your intelligence. And y'all are graduating today with very fancy degrees. You're looking good. You're looking chocolate charming, vanilla vitality, ebony ecstasy, and furrowed in coffee flesh. Y'all show is fine. But there's something deeper and more profound going on too. You've got to use what you gained here to help somebody else. And Howard and Thurgood Marshall used his law insight to help other people. I ain't gonna name no names. There's some people using their law degrees now. They ain't helping us. They undermining us. They on the Supreme Court too. I ain't got to call no names. Y'all know what it is. And just because you black don't mean you representing black people. Just because your skin is darker doesn't mean that your soul has been touched by the ebony genius of a God who inspired people of color who were dark-hued to move forward. And Thurgood Marshall was one of them. And now they got people out here mad at critical race theory. First of all, they can't spell it. They wouldn't know critical race theory if it ran them over in a Maserati. And yet, the reason we study critical race theory, and I'm sure y'all been studying this in some of y'all's classes, those tremendous valedictorians that stood up here today representing y'all, y'all know critical race theory ain't nothing but the insistence that race has been at the base of so much that has happened in America. They acting like they in love with democracy. They acting like they in love with truth. They acting like they in love with the American flag, but they be hating on folk who don't look like them, who don't talk like them, who don't speak like them, and yet who made this country what it is today. Many of y'all came from enslaved people. People who worked fields for free, people who labored for free, people who were extracted from their resting place in African soil and brought here in 1619 to Jamestown in Virginia, and since then have been toiling to make this nation what it is. Howard graduate, but Lincoln graduate before then. Thurgood Marshall understood the value of thinking about the law and its application to us. And so critical race theory might have a fancy new name, but it ain't nothing new. And America is obsessed. They live in the United States of amnesia. And Barbara Streisand supplies the theme song. I know y'all don't know who Barbara Streisand is. She sang a song called Memories. What's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So America don't want to give Nicole Hannah-Jones a professorship at UNC because she came up with 1619 and they mad. The same people who recreate Civil War stories, who can't get enough of the Confederate flag, now get mad because black folk have laid claim to their history. That's what Thurgood Marshall taught us. And if you are a Lincoln graduate, you got to continue to carry that baton and to make sure that truth and justice and democracy and real legal sense is taken forward. But not only him, Langston Hughes came up out of here. And I know y'all been studying Langston Hughes and his poetry. What happens to a dream deferred? Life for me ain't been no crystal staircase. I've known rivers, deep rivers like the Euphrates. America never was America to me. And now we got folk up here representing great poetic traditions too. Langston Hughes was more than a poet. He was a visionary. He used his black imagination to put forth words that could transform minds, that could inspire souls to make people do better. And so when I look at Mr. Percy Miller, I think about that. Even the name of his poetic outfit, better known as his label, No Limit. You ain't supposed to have no limits. You a black person in America. You a brown person in America. You're a poor white person in America. You're an Asian brother or sister in America. You're a person of color in America. There are no limits except those you impose upon yourself. Now, we know folk want to stop you. You know everybody got haters. Some of y'all haters yourself, you know. You get mad when somebody hating on you. Think about when you hated on somebody else. And how easy is it to be a hater? I love your generation, but we got to do away with the cancel culture stuff. I don't mean cancel culture the way the right wing means it. I don't mean a Donald Trumpian mystification of obscenity, talking about he grabbing stuff, going around demonizing women. I ain't talking about that, being held accountable. I'm talking about you going on the internet and mad at somebody else and dogging them. I'm old enough to remember when they canceled Whitney Houston, said she wasn't black enough. Then when the reality show came out, her and Bobby, I see. Oh, they real black. Blacker than you think black was. Blackety black than you think blackness was. Then you got to try to uncancel them. You can't judge nobody based on how they talk or how they walk or what their skin looks like or what their nose is like or what their hair is like. You got to understand grace and mercy and truth and forgiveness. You be the canceler today, you're going to be the cancelee tomorrow. And poetry is powerful. So when we listen to what this young man says, or Dr. Carter's son, God forgive me for my brash delivery, but I remember vividly what these streets did to me. Imagine me allowing you to nitpick at me, portray me like a pickaninny. No, my teachers couldn't reach me, and my mama couldn't beat me hard enough to match the pain of my pop not seeing me. So, with that disdain in my membrane, got on my pimp game, the world my defense came. But then he grew and he evolved and he began to become conscious and he understood what it meant. And he said, Bin Laden been happening in Manhattan. Back then, back when the police was Al-Qaeda to black men. And so that kind of poetic insight, that kind of deep analysis of what the world is so important. And so the poets of your generation, like a Jay-Z, like Rakim, y'all don't know nothing about Rakim. Y'all stuck on little Uzi Vert and everything, y'all. Da Baby, Lil Baby, Baby, should have been my baby. Y'all on that. Standing by the speaker, suddenly I had a fever. Was it me or either? Summer madness, because I just can't stand around, so I get closer, and the closer I get, the better it sounds. My mind starts to activate. Rhymes collaborate, because when I heard the beat, I just had to make something from the top of my head, so I fell into the groove of the wax, and I said, how can I move the crowd? First of all, ain't no mistakes allowed. And one of Mr. Carter's friends, Christopher Wallace, I believe some of y'all might have heard of him, used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wondered why birthdays was the worst days. Now we, damn right I like the life I live, because I went from, it's all good, and if you don't know, now you know. I ain't dissing mumble rap. Maybe the reason they mumble is because when they were clear and articulate, the police were still killing them. Maybe when they were being explicit about their desire, the police were still murdering them. So I don't understand much of that except the part, walk it like you talk it. Hey! But we've got great poets, Langston Hughes, Rita Dove, Sean Carter, Percy Miller, Lauryn Hill. And even after all my logic and my theory, I add a cuss word so you ignorant hear me. Talib said, these cats drink champagne, toast death and plain, like slaves on a ship bragging about who got the flyest chain. So I'm asking you, my brothers and sisters, dig deep like a Langston Hughes, dig deep like a Sean Carter, dig deep like a Percy Miller, dig deep like a Beyonce. Sorry, not sorry. Stay gracious, best revenge, get your paper. And so when you get out of here, get your paper, get some conscience, get some understanding, get some love, get some commitment, but also understand the predicate of wealth and the creation of wealth so that you ain't got to go with your hat in your hand begging nobody for something else, and you use what God gave you up here to put something down here. And then let me end by saying this. You had the great Ghanaian Kwame Nkrumah. Why is that important? That's what Lincoln folk do. Not just talk about critical race theory and try to change the world that way, not just deal with the poetry of your times, but deal with the politics as well. I'm telling you, I know some of y'all ain't registered to vote. Fix that real quick and in a hurry. As the old preacher said, quicker than right now and sooner than at once. I know some of y'all say it don't make no difference. Yeah, it do. Look at what we got right now. Look at what we put out of office. Look at a man who, when he used to be on Twitter, stood up every morning to excrete the feces of his moral depravity into a nation he turned into his psychic commode. Look at a man who was nasty, talked about women who didn't agree with him as nasty, who beat up on women who didn't defer to him, who refused to kowtow to him, who refused to obsequiously give in to him. They stood on their own 2 feet like you stand on your own 2 feet in your Louboutins or in your Tom McGanns. Here you are today, the product of a people who learned to vote. Now, that don't mean voting solves everything, but don't act like it ain't no difference between that dude we had and the one we got in there now. If you can push the man you got in there now, the man we got in there now is calling George Floyd's family to the White House on the 1-year anniversary of George Floyd. The man who was in there before him couldn't even acknowledge the trauma, the tragedy, the hurt, the pain that black people confront. And so, my brothers and sisters, I want you to understand, you got to learn to vote, but not only vote, you got to organize, and not just organize, you got to be part and parcel, woof and warp of a change in America. And as I take my seat, you got to change our views about race up in here. You got to change our views about class up in here. And you've got to change our views about gender. I go to my seat, look at Dr. Gloria Carter, look at Dr. Allen, your brilliant and gifted president. Look at the women in the audience. Look at your mamas, without whom you wouldn't be here today. And we got something in our culture where we demonizing the sisters. We got to stop that. The politics of regard for women is critical to the survival of our people. Now, I know some of y'all don't want to hear that. I wrote a book called Why I Love Black Women. It ain't that I don't love all the women of the world. I'm from the 70s. We do. No footnote to that. Check me later. But there's something special about black women. I don't want to dog you. If you ain't a black woman this morning, don't feel mad, don't feel bad, don't feel insulted. But sisters don't get their due. I'm going to give it to them a minute this morning. And so the real politics ought to be the politics of recognition, the politics of love, the politics of celebration, the politics of feminism, the politics of emancipation, the politics of liberation, and loving black women. Now, back in my day, I hate to be one of them Negroes to go back in my day, but I didn't spit some of these lyrics, but we were singing with the Temptations back in my day. Y'all don't, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. When it's cold outside, I got the, I guess you say, what can make me my girl? Not my bitch, not my hoe, not my skeezer, not my slut. Not my shorty, she taller than you. Right? And the girl made us lose our mind. We didn't mind saying it. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? I see her face as the cold wind blows on the street, even at the picture show. Not a movie, that's a picture show. Up against the barn, they projected a film. Why, oh why, did she have to leave and go away? I know y'all don't know this. If you want to really get some success in the department of mutual and reciprocal affection with your girl tonight, try some oldies but goodies. She'll be shocked. You're not calling her out of your name. You're calling her sweetheart and dear and honey. You know, those superlatives that are predicated upon an appreciation and affection for them. And so the girl would make us see things. Today I saw somebody who looked just, she did. She walked like I thought it was you, but it wasn't. As she turned the corner, see the old people, I'm giving the old people love up in here. Shanae, Shanae, I felt so that it wasn't you. We could understand every word they were saying. Wasn't you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh man, don't make me get there. I'm about to sit down, but I'm saying to you, we met the girl one day, the next day we singing, always and forever, each moment with you. Y'all don't know nothing about that. It's just like a dream to me that somehow came. Man, then we were singing this. We were speaking in tongues on the song. When you're in the center ring. That's up in Philadelphia. You don't know nothing about the Delphonics. And their lines don't mean a thing, and you're passing by. Now, I don't wear a diamond ring. I don't know the song, but watch this. Speaking in tongues right now. La, 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 la. That is glossolalia. That's speaking in tongues. Listen to these old people back here. Now what y'all singing? You remind me of my Jeep. Oh, man. I love Trey songs. You gonna think I invented sex. No, I don't. I think Barry White had something to do with that. Y'all don't know nothing about playing your game, baby, just you and me. Y'all don't know nothing about Barry. How about Marvin Gaye? I don't see nothing wrong with you. Giving yourself to me can never be wrong if the Spirit moves you. Did that Negro bring the Holy Ghost up in the bedroom? I'm taking my seat. Teddy Pendergrass up the road. He knew about it. He started off like a Barack Obama, real smooth. Close the door, baby. Then he ended up like Busta Rhymes. Shut him off! All I'm telling you this morning, the politics of recognition of loving the black women, don't be scared of no strong woman. You think Harriet Tubman wasn't strong? What you think she said, excuse me? There's a thing called the Underground Railroad. I want you guys to come along, it's really cool. That ain't what she said. Be here tonight at 8:30. And don't be late. And then they got there, Miss Tubman, we was gonna go, but we done changed our minds. But we's not going to tell nobody. Oh, she said, I know you won't. She had a Bible in one hand and a shotgun in the other. Y'all don't know about Junior Walker and the All-Stars. Shotgun, shoot him for old people. That's what we do. She had to knock some of them out. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Mama said, and she knocked him out. And when they woke up, where I is, Negro, you free. We done drug your butt to freedom. And black women are still dragging us to freedom today. Peace.
Even in the heat, my friend can get you up off your feet. Thank you, and thank you for throwing a little Biggie in there. We had to have a little of that. Thank you, Dr. Dyson, for inspiring us with your timely message, and I personally want to thank you for answering my call every time I hit you up and need a favor. So I really appreciate you, and thank you very much, and it is an honor to now, for the first time, give you the degree from me. So thanks for being here. The honorary degree is awarded to individuals who have distinguished themselves in their chosen profession and who go above and beyond the call of duty in the communities, in their regions, and in the nation. We are pleased to honor 4 such people with honorary degrees today. I ask that Dr. Michael Eric Dyson please rejoin me at the podium to receive your honorary degree. Dr. Mazuweru will Professor in Department of History, Political Science, and Philosophy will read your citation.
My. Michael Eric Dyson, finally at Lincoln to bless us. An educator, scholar, preacher, author, media commentator and host, a political analyst. You command the stage in a multitude of arenas. You are comfortable behind the lectern or teaching in front of a class on a university campus. Your voice reverberates on the sets of national television shows, news broadcasts, and talk shows. You stand in boardrooms before corporate heads and in auditoriums before crowds of America's middle-class workers. You spread inspiration from behind the pulpit in churches across the country. Around the world, from whatever platform, you are a dynamic force whose commentary on the state of affairs in this nation and the world is highly regarded. Your career in higher education has spanned many years at some of the nation's most prominent universities including Brown, UNC Chapel Hill, Columbia, DePaul, the University of Pennsylvania, and Georgetown University. Excuse me, including Lincoln University. There's a typo here. Currently, you hold several positions at Vanderbilt University, including NEH Centennial Chair and Distinguished University Professor of African American and Diaspora Studies, College of Arts and Science, and Distinguished University Professor of Ethics and Society, the Divinity School. You have said that you are a teacher who earned a PhD in religion from Princeton University. Well known by most for your work as an author, national media commentator, and host of radio and television, and as an expert on Black culture, race, and racial injustice, we cannot ignore the inspiration you impart as a preacher. Licensed and ordained at the historic Tabernacle Mission Baptist Church in Detroit, you have served as a preacher and sometime pastor for the last 40 years. Your bio includes historic and notable churches across the nation, from whose pulpits you have delivered powerful sermons. Indeed, Ebony Magazine has named you not once, but twice, as one of the nation's 15 great preachers. A prolific writer, you have authored 24 books, including 7 New York Times bestsellers. Others have garnered NAACP Image Awards for nonfiction and American Book Awards. Most of all have been proclaimed as masterpieces on race, racism, social justice, and Black culture. Indeed, your most recent bestseller, Long Time Coming, Reckoning with Race in America, has been called a searing cry for racial justice from one of our nation's great thinkers and the most compelling prophets. Our esteemed president, where's he at? Our esteemed president, Dr. Brenda Allen. I am pleased to present Michael Eric Dyson for the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
Thank you. Michael Eric Dyson, it gives us great pleasure to honor you today for using your voice and pen to declare, champion, and further awareness of the need to confront injustice and effect change in the cultural and societal impasses around the world. Now, by the virtue vested in me, check this out, by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I am honored to confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
Thank you. All right.
Here you go. Thank you. I just want you to stand right here, get a picture with you and the chair lady, and again. Congratulations again. Right. Miss Gloria Carter, please join me at the podium. Miss Carter's citation will be read by Dr. Karen Baskerville, Professor, Department of Biology. It's your day. Yep, you get to stand right here. You're okay. Your girl got you. Okay.
Gloria Carter. Your role as co-founder and chief executive officer of the Sean Carter Foundation is a testament to your deep commitment to making a difference in the lives of young people. The mission of the Sean Carter Foundation speaks loudly to your belief that education is an integral component for and must be accessible to all those seeking to achieve a level of independence as responsible citizens of our global community. As such, it interconnects with the mission and vision of Lincoln University. Under your direction, the Sean Carter Foundation has provided access to higher education for youth of diverse backgrounds. Young people have faced economic hardships, homelessness, incarceration, abuse, and so many other factors that for many prove to be barriers to achieving their hopes and dreams for success. Your commitment to opening a door that allows them to pursue their educational and professional dreams is in itself worthy of the honor bestowed upon you today. However, your impact on the lives of so many extends well beyond your work at the Sean Carter Foundation. As a leader, humanitarian, and mentor, you can be found making decisions in the boardroom, on tour with the young people eager to explore our campuses, and in the community distributing meals to families in need or handing out toys so that children can experience the joy of waking to gifts and meals during the holidays. As the nation's first degree-granting institution for youth of African descent, we consider it a privilege to join the long list of regional and national organizations who have publicly declared their appreciation and support of your work, service, and dedication to providing opportunities that positively influence the lives of young people and individuals in our oftentimes overlooked communities. President Allen, I am pleased to present Gloria Carter for the Doctor of Humane Letters honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Baskerville. You good? I met Miss Gloria when she was on the bus trip with her students and was so moved. About 3 years ago, she actually gets on this bus every year when they can and travels to make sure that students in the New York City area get to understand and see what the historically black college is. And I was so moved, not just by the fact that you all have run that tour, but that you take your own time to actually be a part of those kids' lives and their development. And so it gives me great honor because indeed your spirit of service allows you to move effortlessly between the boardroom and the schoolroom auditorium. You can get on the bus, you go into the community. And so in recognition of your exemplary record of service and leadership, it gives me great pleasure to bestow upon you Lincoln University's highest honor. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, and upon recommendation of the faculty, I am honored to confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. And we're going to get a picture. Oh, she wants to do that too. Hey, just smile for the camera right quick so we can. Oh, he wants us to come out with it. You made it. All right. right, congratulations again. Percy Master P. Miller. Please come join me at the podium. Dr. Sam Williams, Assistant Professor, Department of Business and Entrepreneurial Studies, will read Mr. Miller's citation. Come on over.
Good afternoon. We're still in noon, right? Everybody know Master P. He's an actor, artist, businessman, entrepreneur, philanthropist, humanitarian, and producer, and father. Mr. Miller, your roots in New Orleans, LA remain a guiding force in your journey over the years. Through your quest for higher education, took you to the University of Houston in Texas on to Merritt College in California, where you majored in business. The youth communities of the South remain major factor in your business decision and philanthropy focus. We all know P, where he come from and where he went from there, from the projects to the boardroom. Your astute business acumen became apparent early in your early journey. For a while, and your athletic abilities earned you a place in the NBA. You had already seized the opportunity to open your first business venture, a record shop called No Limit Records in Richmond, California. Your record label, No Limit Records, which was a top 40 under 40, made its debut in 1990, and true to your roots, the label relocated to New Orleans in 1995. From there, your portfolio expanded from Percy Miller, the businessman, added to hip-hop artist Master P, the entertainer, to your list of titles. However, your story is not confined to your roles in the music industry. It reaches beyond film, television, where you have produced, written, directed, acted in several major films. Even beyond that, your story includes many acts of philanthropy and community involvement. Your chronicles of your support of education, youth, and those in need is vast. Included on your record are the establishment of Let the Kids Grow Foundation that helps underprivileged youth and families, and provisions for funding to prevent St. Monica Elementary School in New Orleans from closing. And Team Hope, which is help at-risk youth. That was in business for 21 years, which is pretty nice. Indeed, we at Lincoln are grateful for your philanthropy and business reach, including Uncle P's Food, so make sure y'all go get that. From Rap Snacks on, Rap Snacks Foundation, the Stock Boss Up, shameless plug, we use that Stock Boss Up in class, and the Boss Up Innovation Cafe, which is on second floor, Dickey Hall, which have greatly enhanced the curriculum and learning experience of students in our business department. And also P. Miller Enterprise, the more they make, the more they give. And also the Boss Up Bank, one of the first black banks, which P and other individuals created. The list includes times when you provide food, toys, and coats, clothing, and families in need for Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays, provided resources for victims of Hurricane Katrina, and donated water resources, book supplies to help rebuild schools following the Haiti earthquake. Madam President, I will please present to you the Master of the Tank, Percy Master P. Miller, for the Doctoral of Humane Letters Honors Courses.
Thank you, thank you. Percy Robert Miller, but I have to also say Master P. Yes. Your business acumen provided the foundation to cement your place of prominence as a hip-hop mogul, businessman, actor, producer, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. We consider it a privilege to join with others who have applauded your work your service and commitment to make a positive impact on the lives of young people and individuals across America and in other countries. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I am honored to confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Jump down a little bit. Can I get a hug?
Yes.
And we're going to grab a picture. Oh. Keep that Dr. Sue together there. Good. All right. Thank you. Now you go out and say you Dr. Master.
Yes.
There you go. All right. Our fourth honorary degree recipient is Dr. Charles V. Hamilton. Dr. Hamilton's citation will be read by Dr. Fu, Assistant Professor, Department of History, Political Science, and Philosophy. Dr. Fu, will you please come forward and we'll escort Dr. Hamilton to the front.
Thank you. Dr. Charles B. Hamilton, an educator, scholar, political scientist, author, and civil rights leader, your intellectual and literary prowess is evident in every aspect of your storied biography. Born in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and raised on the south side of Chicago, your quest for a higher education began at Roosevelt University. You went on to earn your master's degree and PhD from the University of Chicago. Your academic credentials enabled you to open doors to obtain faculty positions at Rutgers University, our beloved Lincoln University, and Roosevelt University before joining the faculty of Columbia University. As a Ford Foundation-funded professor in urban political science at Columbia University, you became one of the first African Americans to hold an academic chair at an Ivy League university. The seeds that took root and cultivated your interest in political science and the civil rights movement were planted early in your youth. You were just a young man during the time of Brown versus Board of Education and the Montgomery bus boycott. As you lived through the atrocities of the Jim Crow era and witnessed the growing civil rights movement over the ensuing years, your desire was to be an active participant. It was during the turbulence of the 1960s that you joined with Stokely Carmichael, later known as Kwame Ture, to write your most famous book, Black Power, The Politics of Liberation in America. A prolific writer, you would author several more books over the next 30 years. One of your more recent and proudest accomplishments was in 2018, when you established the Dr. Charles V. and Donna C. Hamilton Institute for Research and Civic Involvement at the DuSable Museum in Chicago. At the time of the opening, you said, "I was interested in combining academic studies with political action. My concern was not only to profess, but to participate. I see the DuSable Museum as a repository of study of those efforts, and people will come look at them with those eyes. That people will see someone who not just wrote books, but participated." President Allen, I'm pleased to present Dr. Charles V. Hamilton for the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Thank you.
Dr. Hamilton, you would not believe the number of calls I've gotten from students who were here at Lincoln when you were teaching and are just sending you such well wishes. And because it's such a COVID environment, we have limited, but I want you to know that your love for Lincoln, the love that people from Lincoln have of you, goes deep and strong and continues today. Dr. Hamilton, we are pleased to honor you today, not only as a member of the Lincoln University family, but as an exemplary educator and scholar whose life's work is a testament to your love of scholarship and activism. Now, by the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I am honored to confer upon you the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations. We're going to smile. All right, I'm not usually allowed to do this, but it's Dr. Hamilton, and so he asked me for 6 minutes, y'all. We're gonna give him 6 minutes, okay? All right. Gonna figure this one out. Yeah. We're gonna, I don't know how we, oh, we'll just slide it over like that. That's about as close as we can get to it. Okay. He can go with the 6 minutes. So what's the 6 minutes? Okay, here you go. Can we get him closer?
I asked for 6 minutes because the talk my colleague, friend here, gave you just now would have cost him his job. When I was at teaching at Lincoln in 1960s, I would have been fired. I was. And then I went to Tuskegee and I was fired for teaching similar things. Black colleges, so-called. Let me tell you something. What you heard here from the preacher, and that's what it was doing, he was honest. He was telling the truth. We didn't become ready for that kind of presentation. Not Marvin Wachman. I don't know if anybody here remember or know. Marvin Wachman. Hands up. Wachman. He was president. President Wachman. And it's in my archives. And he said to me, "You don't belong here. We're not ready." Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I want you to know that changes come in many ways and so forth. I'm not going to go through that. But that was one of the best, and I've given several, what do you call them, commencement speeches. I can make my own talk. Listen to that. And then remember who gave it and how you received it. Folks, we're going make it. I don't, yeah, no question, we're going to make it.
Thank you, Dr. Hamilton, and I just want to say to the class of 2021, you are blessed in this commencement, and again with the heat, but the combination of people here to really celebrate you today is historic. It's the best of the Lincoln legacy. I'm so pleased that it's happening after a really very, very tough year, but please understand that this assembly of people who want to talk to you at this moment in life is precious. And I agree with Dr. Hamilton. Hold that in your heart and reflect on this day for weeks to come so that the real messages that are hidden inside of all these talks and all these degrees can hit you so that we can move ourselves forward. But I agree with Dr. Hamilton. We're going to be all right, and Lincoln is really ready for you right now, but I'm glad that you went through the fight so that we can be ready in the 21st century. So thank you. Thank you for your work in the fight. All right, congratulations to all of our honorary degree recipients. Lincoln University is proud to have you as members of our family. Ladies and gentlemen, it now gives me the pleasure of introducing and conferring degrees upon the class of 2021. Dr. Joseph, Dean of the Faculty, will recognize our senior honors graduates first.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to present honor graduates for the class of 2021. Undergraduates listed in the program under Latin honors have earned 60 or more credits at Lincoln University and have a cumulative GPA ranging from 3.4 to 4.0. Graduating summa cum laude, I would like us to recognize this year's salutatorian. Gianni Moon is a sociology major from Newark, Delaware. Gianni, please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. Will all the other graduates listed in the program as summa cum laude please stand? These graduates are graduating with the highest honor and have cumulative grade point averages between 3.80 and 4.0. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will those graduates listed as magna cum laude please stand? These graduates have cumulative grade point averages between 3.60 and 3.79. Congratulations. Please be seated. Will those listed as cum laude please stand? These graduates have cumulative grade point averages between 3.40 and 3.59. Congratulations. Please be seated. We have another category of honors graduates that are receiving distinction today. Will those listed in the program under graduation honors please stand? These graduates are persons who have earned credits prior to attending Lincoln University and have earned a GPA of at least 3.4. Congratulations. Madam President, I'm pleased to present the candidates for their respective degrees. May I present the candidates for the Master of Business? Please stand. Master of Education, please stand. Master of Counseling and Human Services, please stand. Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the faculty as having completed all the requirements for the master's degree in their chosen field and are recommended for admittance with specification according to the degree in which they have qualified.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon you individually the master's degree with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining, and cause you to be vested with the hood appropriate to this degree. Please be seated just for a moment.
And now, Madam President, may I present the candidates for the bachelor's degree. Will all candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Madam President, these candidates have been certified by the faculty, having completed all requirements for the degree of the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
That's what it's all about.
They are recommended for admittance with specification according to the program which they have qualified. I know, doesn't matter.
All right. You just can't get that on a total virtual graduation. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Lincoln University Board of Trustees, I do hereby confer upon you individually the bachelor's degree in your chosen field with the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining, and cause you to be vested with the hood appropriate to this degree.
And now, graduates, all of you, please turn your tassels from right to left.
All right. We're going to ask you to be seated for just a moment. Unfortunately, some members of the class of 2021, for various reasons, are unable to be present today to receive their degrees. In the spirit of memorializing their achievements along with their classmates, we have prepared a brief video presentation that will be played at this time. Please direct your attention to the jumbo screen. those are just the graduates who couldn't be with us today because we've been remote, so some didn't come back. We wanted to show them as well. I can't believe it's that many on the screen, though. All right. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Dr. Joseph, I heard you say to me that the master's candidates of the class of 2021 are ready to receive their diplomas. Master graduates, please stand and advance to the stage at the direction of the marshals.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yes. I'm going to hand it.
Janine Caldwell.
Kimberly Carter.
You can just put it there.
Autumn Fair.
Rumel Jessamy.
Morgan Kemper.
Roland Ihejurika.
Jay Tembo.
Nair Best.
Kimberly Curtis.
Anthony Waddell Jefferson.
Okay.
Desmond Richard King.
Dushan King.
Monique Nicole Marcus.
Micaiah Lachey Parker.
Kristen A. Smith.
Jadine Eminis.
Kiara Jones Smith.
Serena Olson.
Ariana Renee Page.
Lachey Frazier.
Danair Sheree Holland.
Nakaya Dominique Johnson.
Valia Nadell Moore.
Lorna Teresa Reynolds.
Rohim C. Roten.
Ashanta Austin.
Jasmine Tiara Harris Smith.
Mary L. Holmes.
This way.
LaFay D. Johnson.
Shane Barclay Witherspoon, Jr.
Lynetta Britt.
Autumn Brown.
Reginald Donta Halik Buckner.
Drew Edna Burks.
Michael Dwayne Burks, Sr.
Cameron Claiborne. Asia Krem.
Shakima R. Paris.
Latifa Evans.
Katrina Y. Ebron.
Nadia Fife.
Danielle N. Harrison.
Alvin Herring, Jr.
Lucy Eby.
Tanika Laurice Jackson.
Aisha Nicole Lester.
Dwayne M. Keys.
Jasmine Monique Martin.
Cherie Patrice Pinckney.
Mariah E. Powell.
Robin D. Pryor.
Shamir Sass.
Angelique Satchel.
Sheila Denise Shamsid Dean.
Khalik Stanley.
Shawana L. Tucker.
Robin M. Walker.
Frances Roberta Johnson.
Henriquez. Wakira Henriquez Moreno.
Leslie Trammell Wright, honors.
Carla Beatty, honors. Maurice D. Bell.
Octavia Michelle Burton.
Valerie J. Fields.
Bianca R. Green, honors.
Belina Green.
Richard James Hampton.
Sharita L. Hartzog.
Yolanda Racine Henderson, summa cum laude.
Janice Camille Dean, honors.
Ronaldo Rivera Hernandez, summa cum laude.
Tanita Holiday, honors.
Rhoda N. Howard, cum laude.
Burnett G. Johnson.
Shauna Kinsler.
Janelle Nicole Knight, cum laude.
Monica Lynn Mason, honors.
Kellen O'Shawn Massey.
Troy J. Mayo, honors.
Tabitha Mays Wilson, magna cum laude.
Linda P. Myers, summa cum laude. Sanaya I. Overby, honors.
Satanas S. Quinn, magna cum laude. Satanas S. Quinn, summa cum laude.
Shavana Cesare Randolph, honors.
Terilyn Turner, magna cum laude.
Pauline Washington, honors.
Sherry Denise Wilson, magna cum laude.
Ina Letitia Bell, magna cum laude.
Stacy M. Holder.
Shannon M. Lawrence, cum laude.
Daphne McGee Geethers.
First 100 down. Oh, okay. All right, congratulations. Sorry. These undergrads? Can we hold for a minute? All right. We present the diplomas now to the class of 2021 undergraduates. We want to take this opportunity. We first want to take the opportunity to present honorary bachelor's degrees to two families of two members of the class of 2021. Will the Pink family please join me at the platform? While the Pink family makes their way to the platform, we want to say that it is an honor to award an honorary Bachelor's of Science degree to Jermaine Pink. He was a criminal justice major who sadly passed away before he was able to complete the requirements of the degree. Jermaine came to Lincoln from Reading, PA. So now joining me on the stage to accept his degree are Jermaine's brother, Jamel, and his son, Jermaine Pink, Jr. Thank you for being with us today. We'll just have you go that way, yeah. We also wish to honor Ms. Sonia Romaniotis with an honorary bachelor's degree. Would Sonia's family please come forward? Okay. As her husband makes his way to the stage, it is my honor to award an honorary Bachelor's of Science degree in Liberal Studies to Sonia Romaniotis. I'm going to get that right. Romaniotis, a lot of syllables in there. A beloved member of the Lincoln University staff who sadly passed away last year. Sonia was a resident of Oxford, PA. Joining me on the stage to accept her degree is her husband, Sotos. Thank you for being with us today, and we promise you again, we will make sure that your children get through. And remember, the Lincoln family is still here for all of you all. So thank you very much. All right, will all undergraduates in the 2021 graduating class please rise and prepare to receive your diplomas.
Nasira S. Wilson, summa cum laude.
Brianna Princess Lumpkin.
Zane Demichelle DeShields.
Zuri Poole.
Devon Mitchell.
Danae Naomi Johnson, cum laude.
Jasmine Bernard, cum laude. Leita Princess Ashut.
Danye Nubian Rose Brown, cum laude.
Kaeja H, cum laude.
Jendaya Itana Campbell, cum laude.
Sade Smith, cum laude.
Cynthia Sade Anderson Parker, magna cum laude.
Braulio Cervantes Rivera.
Lorena Monet Allen.
Undeku Ojo Shaibu. Daniel Olushakin. Chinwe Otito Ihe Jirika. Renee Kiana Halsey, summa cum laude. Sonia Janelle Kaitan.
Amina Mohammed, cum laude.
Tawana Victoria Tatum.
Dumar Quadir Burgess, summa cum laude.
Yvonne Shanice Smith.
Estelle Gabriel Rowland.
Jayla A. Williams.
Imani R. DeQueer, magna cum laude.
Akila N. Milo, cum laude.
Deidre H. Donaldson.
Congratulations, Gia Greer.
Remy Michelle Challenger.
Kayana Johnson.
Bria Frazier.
Brandy Frazier.
Jaylyn Jackson, magna cum laude.
Hawine Bakore.
Hazel Romania Magnolia Say, cum laude.
Bukola Rebecca Adebayo, summa cum laude.
Abigail Peter, summa cum laude.
Janiyah Thorpe.
Kevon Wayne Baxter.
Elijah Bolden.
Khalifa Nadir, cum laude.
Deja Chanel Felder.
Gianni Hunt.
Jada Jones.
Austin Tyler Kyle Carpenter. Austin Tyler Kyle Carpenter, cum laude.
Alina Elaine Wright.
Kerry Richard Owings Jr.
Gloria Robinson, magna cum laude.
Junie Alexia Jollifield, cum laude.
Nidira Cheeks.
Tiffany Ashwood, magna cum laude.
Rihanna Crawford Davis.
Bianca M. Dunn.
Kendra Danielle Stanford, summa cum laude.
Kendra Nicole Cooper.
Tatiana Alexandria Jackson.
Omalara Afua Caroline Sando, magna cum laude.
Imari Alea Dotson.
Diana Jackson.
Serena Watts, summa cum laude. Oh, Serene Watts, summa cum laude.
Gloria Salinas, cum laude.
Okay. Let's one more. Elena Mushimiya Mana. One more time. Elena Mushimiya Mana. Hold on, folks. Hold on. This is her day too. Elena Moshi Yimana. Yes.
Marlene Contreras Martinez, magna cum laude.
Jennifer Lamoka.
Jamal R. Clark.
Nakaya Danae Gainey.
Melissa Tricia Woods, summa cum laude.
Antonio Echeverria.
Darius Harry Martin, magna cum laude.
Justin Tyler Johnson.
David Dominique Taylor.
Sabir Bruce.
Brielle N. Thornton, cum laude.
Kennedy Page Lowry.
Shatira Williams, summa cum laude.
Ashley Nicole Marcus.
Tiana Michelle Montgomery, cum laude.
Shanice Renee Holmes Brown, summa cum laude. Angel LeBlanc, summa cum laude. Yannick Renwick.
Shania Coran Miracle Smith.
Brianna Elizabeth Washington.
Taylor Alexis Roan.
Kayla Carter, summa cum laude.
Jasmine Iris Pierce, cum laude.
Aaliyah J. Quick.
Chandler Marie Cohen, cum laude.
Marcus Stevenson.
Daquan F. Williams.
Devin Miles Adams, summa cum laude.
Jalen Brian Scott Davis, cum laude.
Anthony Frazier Armstrong.
Zechariah Stevens.
Cherokee Huff Pete, magna cum laude.
Flolisha Williams.
Congratulations. Darlene Teresa Hopkins.
Khalil Oz Amir Dowdy.
Christopher Cleveland McClendon II.
Marcello Aris George Hands, cum laude.
Ajay Ruth Moore Howard. Oliwa Damiola Samuel Odutan. Oliwa Fernami David Oke Tunji. Akinlade Ahmed. Munir Hadid, cum laude.
Destiny Taylor Joyne Perry.
Mira Nayel Watley. No, Whaley. Mira Nayel Whaley.
James Hill Brown. Imani N. Dennis. Reggiani Simeon, magna cum laude. Shania Regina Jones, magna cum laude.
Yasantewa Salima Mensa, magna cum laude.
Aja Nicole Pryor.
Tanisha Young, magna cum laude.
Abigail A. Dennis.
Imani Rochelle Estrada.
Japria Rochelle Davis.
Kyra Corinne Scott.
Destiny Dominique Williams, summa cum laude.
Heaven Elise Lassiter, summa cum laude.
Cedar Robin Davidson, summa cum laude.
Brittany Adugo Amadi, cum laude.
Tariq Mamo, magna cum laude. Brianna Lene Blake, summa cum laude. Dimitri Mendel Yerby, summa cum laude.
Osa Ri Enme Ena Bulele.
Elijah Towns.
Glenn Isaiah Ho, summa cum laude.
Asar India Stevens.
Kyrie Moody.
Sterling Sims, summa cum laude.
Kai Jamerson.
Anijah K. Branch, magna cum laude.
Okay.
Bria D. Nicole Wilson.
Keimani Ayana Kent.
William Bernard Harris III.
Gianna Marina Washington, magna cum laude.
Christian Marshall, magna cum laude.
Tyrese Cheryl Culverson, cum laude.
Kayla Vickers, magna cum laude.
Melanie Beatty.
Brianna D. Simmons, cum laude. Lysindria M. Pulley, magna cum laude.
Janice Morton, cum laude. Oh. Kayla Charnel Tisdale.
Amber Noel Glenn. Shania Tulis, cum laude.
Marcel Dwight Denmark.
Daisha Jennifer.
Jade Brenia Brene Dorsey.
Taylor Alexandria Anderson, magna cum laude.
Chandler Simone Sally.
Jessica Monette Deltas.
Claire St. LaFleur, cum laude.
Darniqua D. Ogaro, magna cum laude.
Troy B. Johnson.
Lincoya Walker.
Christian B. Robinson, magna cum laude.
Jai Sidney Tipton.
Vaughn Diggs III.
Dominique Tyler Ward.
Edward Ryans.
Ayani Smith.
Michaela Denise Hebert.
Troy Spencer Denkins.
Yes, you're welcome.
Felicia Marie Kuyate.
Everybody has their steps.
Janelle Marie Castellon, summa cum laude.
Anthony G. Watkins Jr.
Campbell, magna cum laude.
Brielle Kiera Brookins.
Quante White. Zanisha Z. Johnson.
Tamara Crudup, magna cum laude.
Taylor Janaya King, cum laude.
Kayla Cyan Williams.
Votina Kali Savoy.
Amani Howard Earl.
Joy A. Sumler.
Taylor Taran Clark. Taylor Taran Clark, magna cum laude.
Nicholas Anthony Hodson.
Malcolm Alexander Clifton Smith.
Rolando Alvarez Jr.
Maximino Guadalupe.
Kashif Hill.
Norasia Bacon, magna cum laude.
Kyra Luz Wright.
Abigail Seraphin, cum laude.
Devron Dickens Jr.
Cameron Edwards.
Brandon D. Harding.
Mambo Francis.
Darnell Mendwa.
Elijah Ba.
Michael Sutton. Quasi K. Graham.
Ariel Mariah Holman.
Romani Briaja Wilkes.
Yasmin Najee Hill.
Gianna Moon, summa cum laude.
Trinell Demond Jones, cum laude.
Danny Davis Jr., summa cum laude.
Congratulations again, Danny. Shamaya Hutchinson, summa cum laude.
Mia Patushka Joseph.
Jordan A. Whistler.
Elias Beltre Perez.
Pedro Martinez Soto.
Bradley Andres Regalado.
James Hooker III, cum laude.
Congratulations.
Sol E. Gunter King, cum laude.
Ronald Shipman Scott.
Jeffrey Holmes, cum laude.
Isaiah S. Hall.
Brittany Linnea Dashe Bacon, summa cum laude.
Carla Janae Joyner, magna cum laude.
Brianna Charisma Reed.
Fafia Waith.
Christina Monet Leatherberry, cum laude. Taylor Elise Shelton, magna cum laude. Rachel Alexander.
Mariah Monique Stanton.
Coming to the
Katera A. Simpson.
Hold on. Capri Imani Piner, magna cum laude.
Kayla L. Stringfield, cum laude.
Jada S. Williams.
Khadijah T. Morgan.
Brittany Irene Cello. Jemiah Marie Gross. Jemiah Maria Gross, magna cum laude.
Kelly Erin Dixon, magna cum laude.
Amari Hanberry, magna cum laude.
Janae Victoria Patrick, summa cum laude.
Kiera Elizabeth Fisher, magna cum laude.
Nazera Krishana Purnell, summa cum laude.
Haja Mariatu Ba, magna cum laude.
Niari Annette Galvez, cum laude.
Kayla A. Wallington, cum laude.
Sierra Janae Stokes.
Rihanna Sabrina Belnavis.
Tracy Pepra, magna cum laude. Ariel R.K. Saunders, magna cum laude.
All right. Chinwenwa McDonald Ilagu. Jessica Chioma Orizu, summa cum laude. Bukola Bola Adewuyi, summa cum laude.
Faith Nana Nimley, magna cum laude.
Josephine Blessing Nimley, summa cum laude.
Tamika Latoya Thompson Jr., summa cum laude.
Naya Michaela West, cum laude.
Cameron Noel Williams, summa cum laude.
Faith Oyula, summa cum laude.
Charles Traby.
Xavier Nathaniel Hare.
Carlia Brianna Jones.
Nadia Johnson, magna cum laude.
Najee R. Simmons.
Bria M. West, cum laude.
Maisha Taylor.
Anya Westcott.
Amina Sumaya Walker.
Shawnee M. Baldwin.
Luden Radigan Jr.
Piaget Ndia Harrigan, magna cum laude.
Crystal S. Gordon, magna cum laude.
Danielle G. Terry, magna cum laude.
Alana Ward, summa cum laude.
Imani Essence Dowdy, magna cum laude.
Lauren Holman, summa cum laude.
Chloe Gore. Chloe Lillian Gore.
Deja Morel, summa cum laude.
Lorian Kieran Anderson, summa cum laude.
Aisha Kiera Morris.
Jada L. Morris, cum laude.
Jeremy Marquise Ross.
Tatiana Crystal Livingston, cum laude.
Taylor J. Davis, magna cum laude.
Tyreek Thompson.
Mark A. Lurie.
Zion Winston McFarland, cum laude.
Sydney Ross.
Devin G. Cathcart.
Morgan A. Pickney.
Shanice Jada Fabre.
Ryan Petgrave.
April Danae Payton.
Brittany Hinton.
Taylor Marie Stewart.
Deja Jalon Young, cum laude.
Sydney Alana Jones.
Shalon Love, magna cum laude.
Shanaja Bird, magna cum laude.
Serena Kayla Ann Lawrence, cum laude.
Emily A. Glass.
Jakira R. Span.
Kayla Monique Willis, magna cum laude.
Simone Angel Brown, cum laude.
Peyton Renee Adams.
Amaya Kennedy Booz, summa cum laude.
Monet Cynthia Spears.
Paige Chanel Chima Harris, cum laude.
Anissa Monique Abdul Rahim, cum laude.
Avani Sincere Cheatham, magna cum laude.
Tierra Sinclair. Hezekiah Edward Johnson. Is this it?
Erin Patrice Williams.
Siani Washington Johnson.
Christopher M. Sam.
Brittany Tierra Hayes, cum laude.
Courtney M. Thomas, magna cum laude.
McKenna Dalcour, cum laude.
Deetra M. Gilbert. James Antonio Haston.
Lachey I. Parker. Anissa Shami Barber McNish, cum laude.
Kaya Leanne Mosley, summa cum laude.
Miss you, baby. Deja Patricia Otterbridge, magna cum laude.
Aaron Deloach, magna cum laude.
Umar Saba.
Willie Hines.
Romello Christopher Chambers. Congratulations.
John H. Cook.
Amira Talia Prelude.
Tahira Anika Prelude.
Zamira Michelle DeBarros.
Sharon Tiffany Davis.
Noah Otuke Unor. Afolabi Fajobi. Basit Adebiyi.
Richard Omatayo Ojuri, magna cum laude.
Adedapo Nathaniel Adedapo Nathaniel Onabajo. Onabajo.
Got it?
Brianna Helene Spain.
Hamida Brown.
Precious Jones.
Brittany K. Smith.
Eternity McMullen.
Brianna Corinne Thompson.
Deja Giovanni Childs.
Kennedy Gupton Young II.
Alasia Mikkel McKeithen. Derek Nathaniel Pouncey, cum laude.
Antonier Alexis Chavou.
Taylor Monet Mayberry.
Malia Waller.
Mario O. Bowler Jr.
Malaysia Waller, magna cum laude. Congratulations.
Tyson Fletcher Basham.
And last but not least, Janea Crystal Kemp.
All right. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2021 who seem to have disappeared. However, we will make sure that we finish out this ceremony because it's so important, and if it were not so hot today, I would be hot at you, but I'm going to let it slide. The alumni of an institution are integral to ensuring the ongoing success of an institution. They support their alma mater by giving of their time, talent, and finances. We are very proud of the alumni of Lincoln University. If you are a member of the class, of any class present here, please stand and be recognized. Yay. I now have the pleasure of presenting Dawn Floreza, President of the National Alumni Association of Lincoln University and member of the class of 1989, who will conduct those of you in 2021 who are left into the Alumni Association of Lincoln University.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. Congratulations. On behalf of the Alumni Association of Lincoln University, most commonly known as the AALU, congratulations on a job well done. This is one of many major milestones you have achieved, and you now join the ranks of some of the finest alumni in the United States, the Lincoln University alumni. As alumni, we also have great responsibility to serve and protect the reputation and sustainability of our dear alma mater. We may be called to support in many ways, which includes financially, and when Lincoln calls, the alumni must answer. I encourage you to join your alumni association, the National Alumni Association, and as you continue to make plans for yourself, consider how you'll best serve your alma mater. As our gift for the class of 2021, One, your alumni dues is free for the first year out of college, and you will have all rights and privileges of a financial member. So without further ado, and for those of you left remaining, please stand, and I will induct you into the General Alumni Association of Lincoln University. Repeat after me. I state your name, promise to support my alma mater, Lincoln University, my fellow alumni, and I will support with my time, my talent, my money, and my treasures. So help me God. Welcome to the alumni family, class of 2021. Thank you.
All right. Well, before we close, I want to thank all of you for your presence today. I would thank the parents, the grandparents, the aunts and uncles. For those of you who are still here, if you could just stand and thank your family that's in the back for putting up with you. Just give them a round of applause. And if you can please give a round of applause to your faculty who have stood beside you, who have cared for you, especially through the pandemic. We look forward to your return to campus over the coming years as alumni, and I'm so happy to welcome you into the great Alumni Association that I am also so fortunate to be a part of. Would you please stand and join us in singing the alma mater, followed by the benediction and the academic recessional. I guess I would ask people to stay in their places until we recess, but maybe it'll be all right. Thank you and congratulations, 2021.
And let us receive our benediction. O God, and what shall we say to these things? If God be for us, who can stand against us? Grant us, O Lord, that these graduates who have experienced this victory of commencement today be with these as they go to the classroom, the sick room, the justice room, the recording room, the lonely room, and help them to empower others
to learn, to liberate, and to lead. And may it all be done. May it all be done to the glory of God and for the legacy of Lincoln. Alleluia, amen. Alleluia, amen.